we're live.
Welcome to the Hoe Phase, a millennial dating experiment powered by Sirens NYC. Ready, set, ho!
Hey. Did I just half dab?
I love it. Bringing it back to 2018.
Yes.
I love to see it, queen. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Hoe Phase. Yes, this is the podcast where we talk dating, relationships, and sex.
And that's Hoe, which stands for healing over everything. Because that's what we're all about these days.
Yes, that's what we do. We take all of our Hoe ventures and we try to make them into little lessons and blessings for all of you guys and for all of us as well. You know?
And shout out to a deleted wholeness.
I'm sure some people wouldn't say the same about me. Just playing. We're not making jokes about that anymore.
Exactly. We used to do that a lot. Like, come on here and make jokes about our lives. And it's just like, bitch, this behavior is concerning.
I think that goes back to, like, what we were talking about the, kind of about misleading people. Mm-hmm. So we're exaggerating our lives that we're so this and we're so that, but not actually dealing with the things.
It's just like, I'm just sad and insecure, and I was just really starved for attention.
Well,
sounds worse, right?
Well, for those of you guys who don't know us, now that we got a little close, it's your girl, Becky J, your friendly neighborhood love symbol.
Ew. And it's your actual fave, MJ, the baddest Kiana. Whoa, it was extra today.
It was.
They're out.
I was actually watching the last episode that we did, episode 5, and I was just like when you did that part, I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's for the views, you know.
It only moved. You only moved it about 4 centimeters, and it's just like the ricochet is beautiful. Shout out to boobs. Shout out to all of you guys who have been rocking with us, following us on social media, all that amazing stuff. Also, shout out to our sponsor, Punchline Punch. We're not sipping today.
Yeah.
We got some upstairs. We
do.
But I'm personally not drinking. I'm doing a fast until my birthday. My birthday's in 10 days.
Ew.
5 days. 10 days.
Yikes.
Shout out to my Taurus sister, Black China.
Again, yikes. And then also, I'm not drinking because this weekend, I don't know. I was just not feeling well. And I don't know if it was alcohol or food poisoning or both, but I'm just not in it today.
You know, we're just having a little detox today.
Exactly. Got some juice. I can't show you the brand, but some green juice.
Sip up, baby. But yeah, shout out to Punchline Punch. Make sure y'all check out for all of the amazing flavors. Dirty Wine, Sammy Whammy, Pink Walls, Amnesia. The list goes on. So
that
y'all check
amnesia, man. It's because he got amnesia, then he got damnesia.
Yeah, which is the dark amnesia. So it's just like, guys, go explore the list. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram
I'm just gonna say,
at Punchline Punch.
Damn, double homicide.
And
amnesia and damnesia.
Yes. Okay. Well, before you go, can you keep the thingy there so we can see anybody who's here? Okay.
Hey, y'all.
Hi, everybody who's watching live on YouTube. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Okay. But we haven't been here, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
And guys, guess what? For all of you guys that are listening right now that have been in our DMs, that's always I don't want to say hounding us, but nudging us to just be like, where y'all at? What's going on? We got a new schedule that's going on. Because we've been having so much fun developing these well-produced, well-thought-out episodes, we decided it'll be best if we do episodes every 2 weeks. The first and third Mondays of every week, and then
every month.
The first and third Monday of every month, and then we'll be going live on Fridays to talk to you guys. So
live on IG on Fridays.
IG, yes, exactly. So make sure you guys hold us to it. We're gonna hold ourselves to it, and
exactly.
thank you guys a bunch for your patience and everything throughout this whole shebang. And we're going to just keep bringing you guys more amazing stuff. I think it makes it more amazing because the content, like the episodes that we're coming out with are like epic.
What we've been able to create has just been amazing. Rather than just come on here and just spilling out bullshit. Like, I can't do it anymore. We did it for like 5 years.
Yeah, it's just like, we love you guys too much. Just that. Shout out to all of you guys who played or who took our discernment. Is your discernment on point quiz? Ooh. Shout out to all of you guys who are participating in that and commenting your answers. Like, that was so much fun. It was so much fun for us to make.
It was so much fun to make, even to take, even though we made it. Like, that was crazy to me.
Yeah, it was like such a good time. So for those of you guys who have not yet, first of all, listen to episode 5 where we talk about episode 4 and 5. Actually, listen to the whole season because they all just kind of rolling into each other, which I love. But make sure you check out the last episode so you guys can take the Hosmo quiz with us, where we talk about how discerning are you.
Ooh, shout out to both of us. We both got Brandy and Bougie.
Yeah, shout out to that. It might be rigged, you know. The judges are still.
It really wasn't rigged at all. It was not.
I kind of knew which one was what, though. But actually, it wasn't. I knew which one was what, but I answered honestly.
Exactly.
So, it wasn't rigged.
And I answered honestly, too. I even gave myself some bad ones at times, just to be like, you know, just to play extra fair.
No, but that was so much fun. And we have an amazing episode for today, too, and an awesome topic. Before we get into that, MJ, how has your last 2 weeks been? How you doing, girl?
I feel like after every episode, I like to I like to see how what we learned about and what we taught about fits into my life. So I've been trying to see what my discernment is like. And I actually came across a situation. You literally asked me today, like, what's your discernment like? And I still somehow fell into, like, a pattern. It was one of the questions where we asked, someone slides into your DMs with a shady business offer. Like, are you going to answer them and give them your number? Da-da-da-da. And I was a answer them and give them your number type of girl.
So are you going to give us a little bit of tea? Or not?
So, no, I'm going to give tea. Give tea. It wasn't like a DM situation. It was this guy I used to talk to. He texted me. And I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm like, okay, let me just see what this nigga wants. And I was able to hear from Becky and put it into perspective. She's just like, why are you answering this person, like, if you don't give a fuck about them, or you don't, like, I'm literally, like, I'm happy with my nigga. I love my nigga. I'm not out here looking for anything. I was literally just answering this person because they text me. I'm like, what the fuck does this nigga want? But I guess the intrigueness, that's the problem.
I don't know. I'm not saying anything's problems or not. It's more so about, like, what do you want? Like, I was just asking, like, why you need to talk to this person. And it didn't seem to be, like, anything other than, like, literally just to see. He hit me.
It's like, what does he want?
Okay. You know, I feel like our discernment also, like, has to do with not just how we talked about how we want to treat ourselves, but how we want others to treat us, too. So it's just, like, what are we talking about? Man that from my past? Are you my friend? Are we this? It was just an opportunity to just be like, in my opinion.
Okay. I get that.
What do you think, though, most importantly?
Most importantly, I literally was just like, I'd never want to even see this person again. So I guess because of that,
your actions ain't matching that energy. If that's your judgment of the situation, what are we entertaining the text for?
You're right. Yeah, and I after you said that, I stopped answering. I was just like, I don't even want to talk to this person. I don't want to see them. I don't want anything from them at all. So, yeah. I wonder what sliver in me was just like, let's see. But it wasn't even let's see. It was just like,
let's receive.
Want? Yeah, exactly.
Let's see what he wants to tell me.
Because that translates to him that I'm available and I'm open. And I'm damn sure not motherfucking open. I'm stank over here.
Period. See what I mean? Like, it's just like this, just having better discernment, so you don't end up in a situation or end up somewhere else, and now he's sending you a text message and he's doing this, and you're like, how did I end up here?
Exactly.
This is right here was the moment where we could analyze the situation and be like, let's just not. So yeah, I feel like it's a little easier for anybody who's outside the situation to see things and to just be like, what are you doing? And also, like, I'm like, I would say super single, but let me not drag it. I'm single right now, so like I'm able to just be like, I have so much more attention.
She was coming at me. She was like, why isn't he blocked? And I was just like, damn.
No, it wasn't that. I was like, just block him. You were like, he ain't do nothing for me to block him. I'm like,
no, I'm just saying, I always feel like blocking someone is giving them too much energy.
And I guess for me, I'm the opposite. I feel like blocking them is deleting their energy. But I'm trying to think
who gave me that advice? Now I'm remembering who did, and I'm just like, no.
It's someone who likes to entertain bullshit too?
Yes, absolutely. So, yeah.
Just like...
He's going to get blocked for sure.
Yeah.
There's nothing for us to talk about or anything. I don't want anything from this person. He's not even a significant ex either, like, where it's just like, you hurt me! Like, it's just like a nothing, like...
It's just like, it's just a test, you know what I mean? Like, does this person need access to you?
Exactly.
Yes or no?
And it's a big no.
Period. Now tell the universe that. Don't tell the universe, I want the door open, because that's what I always tell the universe. I was even talking to one of my friends the other day, one of my best friend's sisters. And she was just like, I gotta stop dealing with, like, old dudes. Like, every time I'm telling you, like, you remember this dude from 5 years ago? Yeah, he's coming back around. Remember that dude I told you about it? Instead of just being, like, new people. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we gotta tell the universe, like, what the fuck we want. Like,
ooh, that used to be our motto on Unwifeable, that new is always better.
Girl. Might need to, like, you know, rethink that. But I think also, like, now that I'm getting a little older, sometimes I'm like, all right, they say by this age you met your husband already. Exactly. So let me start looking through my relationships, my friendships, my best friends. Like, are we supposed to go together? No, I'm playing. But you know, I think that sometimes can scare us, like the biological clock and stuff like that. But guys, be more discerning, and that's what we do. Take a moment at a time, a day at a time, and when you catch yourself, isn't it kind of like cool?
It's a breath of fresh air. And it's just like, I hope my nigga watches this and realizes, like, I didn't want anything to do with that person. I'm not open. Like, don't get mad. There's nothing for you to get mad over.
Fair enough. But if he does, you have to deal with it.
It's understandable, yeah. But we've been really good lately. And, like, you know, if we're mad, we're able to talk it out. And, like, it's just been so much better. Or even, like, the same situations that have normally been getting us mad, well, specifically him mad, he'll be like, babe, I'm not going to get mad. Like, it's okay. And just reassuring me. Aww. And I just love it.
That's so awesome. I'm like, the way you feeling about yourself, the way you're just moving, like, I feel like you're just maturing a little bit more, like, dealing with someone else. You know, you're just like, babe, make sure you do that. You know, I'm like, look at MJ, like, that boss wifey bitch.
This is really 25. Cute.
I love to see it.
This shirt is so loose, so
that's gonna get him tight more. No, I'm playing.
No.
But I'm really happy. I'm happy to see your growth and all the amazing stuff.
Thank you. What's been going on with you, girly?
I feel like I look a lot better from the last couple of episodes. What do you guys say? You know, leave us a comment if you.
I feel like physically you looked great in all the episodes, but like in the eyes.
Yeah, no,
the eyes weren't giving.
No, yeah. So to me, that's what I look at. I look at my energy, my aura. Like, it doesn't matter if I look really sexy. If I look sad, it's like a sad stripper. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not cute. It's just like, oh my god, girl, are you okay? Let's talk. But yeah, I feel so much lighter. I feel so much more like connected to God. I feel like I've been talking about God a lot lately, and talking to God a lot lately. And it's kind of been rubbing some people the wrong way. But I think it's the people it's rubbing the wrong way. It's supposed to rub that way.
Exactly.
People just like, yeah, you always talking about God, but what about this? What about that? I'm like, I'm gonna pray for you.
Exactly.
I'm gonna still talk to God.
You don't even gotta call them the devil. That's what my initial instinct is, to just call people the devil, and I realize as a Haitian person, that's just been ingrained in me. But you know what? I can't do that. So I'm just gonna say that you, like you said, just pray for them and pray that they can find the joys that you have found through God and through Christ.
For real. It's just like when having people like try to argue that
God doesn't exist.
Not that he doesn't exist, but that
no,
like,
I've had
that me leaning on him so much is like
is a bad thing.
A bad thing, or not even a real thing. You know what I mean? It's just like an excuse that I'm using to just be like, everything's okay. Listen, I've known what it felt like to be in my body for these past few months. When I tell you the only thing that is bringing light to me is God, is seeking God. Like, that's what I've been doing these past, like, what was that, like a month?
Yeah.
A month and a half ago. That, I've hit a pit. I'm not gonna say this was rock bottom, because it was like a bottom.
A bottom.
And it was just like the light that I found that I've been grasping for. Now I feel it really surrounding me. And I feel like, oh, okay, God, I was doing the right thing. I have found my peace. I have found my clarity.
Literally, God is the only thing that's been able to bring me peace of mind. Like, when I tell you, my anxiety has been probably the highest it's ever been in my life these last few weeks. And remembering God is the only thing that is able to, like, clear my mind and, like, give me peace of mind.
Absolutely. And I really, hope that everyone can feel that peace, and everyone can have that relationship and have that comfort. But yeah, I've been feeling so much better, and I've been learning a lot of lessons lately. I feel like we talked a lot in the last episode about, like, letting go. Like, if you're going to let go and put it on God, then to really do that. And I've been doing that, and it's been so, like, life has been a lot easier. There's an ease. I feel like with peace, we think of, like, a feeling, but I think, like, it's also just, like, a calmness of the ocean, a calmness of the waters, like, My life has just been feeling calm. The circumstances haven't been that. It's still a fucking shit show and storm around me, and people are, like, spewing the chaos and the projection of, like, darkness. But because I'm so connected to God, I'm just like, that's not me.
And you're able to, it's the seeing around it, seeing what the messages that were for you and the messages that can go back to them.
Return to sender, bitch. And literally, that's what God gives me, this perspective. I think that's literally where I'm at right now. I have a more clearer perspective. I think also my birthday's coming up too in 10 days. So, this is just a reflective time period for me, anyways. But yeah, I've been feeling good. Like, I've had, like, friends not talking to me. I've had people ignoring my phone calls for more than plus week. I've had people read me. Friends read me.
To the ground. I'm kidding.
You one of them. You started trying to read me last week.
No.
We don't gotta get into the story.
Okay. It wasn't reading you. It was reading
energy.
The situation.
Whatever it was, I feel like I'm like reacting and responding to things so much better. Or like not reacting. I'm just like, oh, I see you want me to do that here. Or the enemy, I don't know what the situation wants me to do this here. But what I'm going to do instead of just responding to the emotion, the energy, the trigger, I'm going to turn to God.
And I think naturally in those situations, like when say I'm a combative and you're not responding to the combative, I'm supposed to get more combative. But instead, I was able to sit and realize, like, all right, you know what? I didn't need to say that. And I literally, as something came about, I said, I'm sorry. I didn't need to say that.
It's been really amazing. And for me, like, also, like, once I do something, I know, right, that I have really pure intentions, or, like, I know that I'm not doing anything to hurt people. Like, I'm really not. I'm really a good person at heart. Like, that's the truth. Mm-hmm. The truth is that I'm a good person, and I'm doing the best that I can. Whatever anyone wants to do with my words, however they want to react to it, my text message, my behavior, that's on them. We can then deal with it. Exactly. But I'm not owning that I am your reaction. No, I'm not even owning that you are your reaction. This is just shit that we gotta talk about. You know what I mean? And like figure it out. I'm not judging other people because they make poor choices, you know? I'm just trying to offer a lot more grace to those around me and just not add to the commotion and just turn to God. Like, that's just been my habit that I'm working on. Just turning to God. Like, okay, let me turn to God, see what he says anyways. Even if I think I know better, let me turn to God. So it's been good. It's been good. I've had a lot of people get upset with me, but I know that I'm closer to God, so it's just like, that's okay. I'm going to eat it because God is with me. So we gonna see how everything plays out. But I'm gonna be with G.O.D. And he got me.
I was gonna say, you down with G.O.D.?
Yeah, he got me. You know, he know me.
It's okay. Wow. Black card revoked.
Yeah, I'm so good. My birthday's coming up.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, I'm feeling great.
Is it that time?
What time?
It's time.
What is time?
What is that?
What is that? Oh my god. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god. Wait, oh my god. Wait. I just got a text message on our phone.
Oh shit. What does it say?
Okay. Hold up.
Oh shit, I got it too.
You got it?
Uh-huh.
It says, you have been summoned to join a mission?
What?
What?
Hold on.
From where is this email from?
It says it's from the Department of HOE.
Oh, what?
What?
Okay, let's open it.
Hold on.
Hold on. The heck? Interrupting our show and everything?
Whoa.
Okay. What's going on? Okay, it says Operation Set and Defend.
Ooh.
Set and Defend.
Set and Defend.
Okay. Operation Set and Defend.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Operation. Back into character. Oh my god. Operation Set and Defend. And it says how to practice discernment in 4 phases.
In 4 phases? Ooh, okay. Operation Set and Defend. Phase 1. Oh my god, I'm so scared.
Okay, so it looks like we have, and because we are on this mission, we are recruiting you guys to go on this mission with us, okay? Mm-hmm. It's a secret mission where we are going to figure out, you know, the goal of the mission is what it says.
It says, getting practical about discernment in 4 phases.
Okay, so it seems like at the end of this mission, we're going to have the tools on how to practice discernment. We found out how discerning we were, but now how can we practice, literally putting it in practice, being discerning?
Ooh,
you know,
I'm scared.
I'm a little nervous.
We're going on this mission.
But for those of you guys who are watching at home, y'all can follow us on Instagram so you guys can get the brief, okay, and find out all the information for the mission.
You're so good at this. All I want to do is be Dora, like, do you want to go on a mission?
That's your cue. It's time.
Okay, are you guys ready? Okay.
No, I like do you want to go on a
mission? I did it already.
You didn't say it.
Do you want to go on a mission with us?
You do? Yes! Okay. Okay, Dora.
Hora.
Okay, Hora. Let's see what the first phase of the mission is.
Okay, phase 1 is to set standards for yourself.
Ooh. Before, hold on, let me get the brief up. It keeps going away.
The brief, girl.
Before we get into, before we get into the brief, they have some definitions here for us so that we can define some key terms, so we know exactly what's gonna happen when they drop us on the ground.
Okay, so first word, I just said it, it's a buzzword. Standards. Standards are a level of quality or attainment.
So basically, a standard is just a level, a level of quality
or attainment.
You know, it's a level that you want to be at, that you want to attain.
Exactly.
Or you aim to have. Or a standard is just like, okay, is this the quality? Does it match? Boop boop.
Okay, obviously, you guys know what discernment means, but just in case you didn't watch that episode, you better get your ass back to that episode. But also, discernment means the ability to judge well.
Yes. And then we also have boundaries. You know what? Let's get. I think that's enough for first phase. We only need those first ones. Okay. So back to phase 1. We're in the mission. Phase 1 on practicing discernment is to set standards for yourself.
How you want to be treated. How do you want to be treated, and how do you want to treat others?
Yes. So a lot of the time, we found that a lot of people were nervous about getting back out there, about being vulnerable, about all this stuff, because we know we're supposed to be discerning, we know we're supposed to have boundaries, we know we're supposed to have all these things, but how do we actually do it? So I feel like this is what this mission is about. So setting a standard for yourself. A standard is just like how you expect your life to live.
Exactly.
It's like your bar.
That's like when people say they have high standards, but I always consider myself a person who has high standards, but then I was asked to name a standard and I couldn't even formulate a sentence to even say one.
Oh my God. I think the biggest thing about this phase is not even about having high standards or low standards.
It's about like, having them at all.
Yes. Do you have them at all? Like, is there like something that we're comparing it to, like a rubric? You know what I mean? Like that's what a rubric is, a standard on how, okay, you're going to be judged. This is what a 4 is. A 4 is this. A is this. Do we have what those guidelines are, the standards are that we're comparing this to? If not,
that's how you end up in all that fuck shit. And all these fuck people in your lives. And they're not fuck people per se, but just for you.
It's a fuck dynamic.
Yes, for you.
For you. Okay. All right. So step 1 on, should we go through all of the phases first and then see how we can apply them?
I think we should go one by one.
Okay. Let's do that. Okay. So setting a standard for yourself. MJ, do you have standards, would you say?
I think I do have standards. Like I've come across some new boundaries that I want to enforce and new standards I want to hold myself up to, because I realize that I am someone who lacks boundaries in friendships, and then I also feel like I'm swallowing my own feelings for others in general. That's been something that I've been doing lately. Ooh, yeah.
That's really cool. I also like the part where we said like a standard is about, it's not just how you want to be treated. Okay, you need to have a car, you need to have this and that. No, a standard is how you want to be treated and how you want to treat others. So say I want to live a life of like honesty. That was one of the standards that I was trying to have. Like, I tell the truth. I mean what I say. That's the standard. But that's also like, I don't expect other people to lie to me. And I'm not going to lie to people either, So it's just more, it has to be full circle. You can't just expect things.
Exactly, because it's like, how can you expect people to tell you the truth and you're lying?
Yeah, it's just like, you don't even live by that code. So it's not about, like, what you're doing. It's about why you're doing it. The universe knows. Okay, so that's cool. So with me, I felt like I lack standard. I don't have them.
Ciao.
I don't, or I have them and I don't really acknowledge them, enforce them. Like, they're in the back of my mind, and I only notice them when they're not being met, or like when the situation fizzles out, and then now I'm looking back on it and like, you was this and you was that and you was this, and it's like, you been knew that. Why didn't you stop them from the beginning? Why didn't you stop them when they sent that text message?
Exactly. Whoa, did you just point at me, bitch?
I'm just saying. Yeah, so what my standard that oh my God, this is a standard that I'm praying that God helps to me live my life out this way, because this is something he's placed on my heart for real. My standard when it comes to dating is to date someone who, my standard is to live a life that follows Christian values, you know? Like, that's the standard of how I want to move. I want, like, that's it. The way I raise
so
kids.
Because you lack standards when it comes to relationships, the standard that you want to live by is to live a life that follows Christian values. Okay.
Absolutely. That's the standard that I want. And I want everything to look at that, to compare to that. Okay? Like, am I living my life? Am I treating my body in the way that God wants me to? Am I eating right? Am I treating my space like the Bible gives us a way on how to live our whole lives, you know what I mean? Whatever faith that you may practice, but yeah, I can find guidance on how to live my life in all these different areas.
Ooh, I realized I didn't read my standard.
Okay, what's your standard?
Okay, like I said, because I lack boundaries in friendships, my standard is to have conversations that are positive and solution oriented, and I also want to honor and respect my space.
I love that.
And I feel like in doing that, both parties are going to leave with something more beneficial. So if I honor and respect my space, I'm going to honor and respect yours as well.
I love that.
Ciao.
Guys, drink every time I say I love that, because apparently like that's my tagline. Okay, let's get into phase 2. Okay, so phase 1, we have the standard. This is what, not kind of. See, that's where I be lacking. That's the discernment. Like, are you okay?
That's how these niggas be getting in.
Okay.
That was a read.
So you have the standard, right? The next phase 2 is to set boundaries to uphold your standards. So you have a standard that you want to uphold, right? So that's, for me, living a life that follows Christian values. That's the example we're using. Yours is to have uplifting conversations and to honor your space. Now we have to set boundaries that uphold our standards. So sometimes we always talking about boundary. That's a boundary. I'm just setting a boundary, or because
and
it's
I
a
just
buzzword.
want to say, yeah, it is a buzzword. And then also, I think people are doing a lot of setting boundaries with themselves, but not expressing that to other people. So if you don't do that, bitch, how the fuck am I gonna know? It's just all of a sudden boundary, and it's like, I'm not a boundary crosser. I don't have a problem with that, but just let a nigga know.
Yeah, I think that's definitely, we're going to talk more about that in phase 3. But this one is just for yourself to know, like, okay, what is the boundary? Okay, if let's use an example, because I feel like sometimes that helps. We can use your example.
Okay, so my boundary, this is real lately. I haven't been able to this is a new boundary I've discovered. So I no longer want to participate in conversations that are negative, unproductive, or of a gossiping nature. I just feel like I've been so swarmed in just like drama, and like, just because it don't have to do with me, I'd be like, oh, I'm not drama, but it's just like, I love to hear it, I love to feel it, I love to like spread it, and it's just like, it doesn't feel good to me, because I wouldn't want that to happen to me. So that's something that I don't want to do to other people as well.
I love that. And it's also just like, we keep wondering, like, why do I feel so sad? Why do I feel this? Why do I feel that? And it's just like, we're not living right. You know what I mean? So it's just like, if you set this create a standard of how you want to live, and then create these boundaries that allow you to have experiences that fit into your standards as much as you can control. Of course, life is going to do what life does.
Exactly.
But that don't mean we don't have to have control over ourselves.
And also, I did realize that, too. I was just like, damn, like, I've been stressed for, like, the past few weeks, past few months, past, bitch, year, my nigga. When you really think about it, over a year. And I'm just like, I don't know, like, just the way I've been moving and the negativity and just, like, fueling into it. It's just like, no wonder you're not getting any fucking blessings, or, like, you're getting blessings, but you're not getting the payoff because you're just out here spewing all this fucking negativity, you know, or just and reinforcing it, you know? So I just really want to live by that standard of just being positive and productive and just solution oriented. Like, how are we gonna move forward? Just keep moving forward.
I love that. We can go to my example too. So
yes.
Mine was about okay, so my standard is to live a life that follows Christian values. A boundary that I can put in place, and this is one that I'm very like,
I think it's because you're scared it's going to scare people off, but that's the point.
Remember that. Which is something I'm learning today, too. Because
exactly.
I'm like, I practiced this today. Yes, I practiced this today. Okay. So, yeah, I'm even afraid to say it because I think it might scare people off. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and it's just like, why we think God is scary? I just think, quick break. I just think that in the Black community, God, it's just Christian, Catholic America God has been used as a weapon and not really in a positive nature. So I think when people hear that, they get real defensive and they get real dark. And, like, this is why we're calling them the devil. Like, no, they're not the devil. They're just scared because people have been using God to put fear, literal fear into people. And God is not fear.
God is love.
Literally. The other one is fear.
And he can't prosper, so try me, nigga.
Get the fuck behind.
Bitch. All right, so my boundary that I am setting for myself is my partner will have their own relationship with God and is a believer of Christ.
Ooh. See, I get why you were scared to say that.
Why?
Like I'm saying, you're just scared of how people's going to react. But that is that's a way for you to practice discernment. Like, okay, like, if you don't believe in God, like, you just can't deal with these people. Like, what you gonna do? Try to convert niggas? And then they're gonna hate you.
Like,
real.
they're gonna think you're preaching at them. And it's just like, no, like, I just want you to know like, I want us to speak the same language. I want us to be able to pray. Like, I want when something goes wrong, you pray. You don't go to pussy. You know what I mean? Like, even if you pray and then go to pussy, that's fine too, because we're humans. But I'm just saying, like, I need you to have that relationship of someone that's, like, checking you. That's not me. That's not another human being. That's, like, this divine relationship. And, like, yeah, I want you to believe in Christ specifically. You know what I mean? Like, it just is. It just is. And I feel like by having this standard and putting it in place, I think the part of me that's kind of sad is, like, the part that's, like, risky and fun. Okay.
Exactly.
Not fun.
Devilish
risky
fun.
And chaotic fun. You know what I mean? That's just
what I just said. Devilish fun.
Yeah, that likes to just be like, oh my God, if everybody has to be this, then what are we gonna be? Exactly. It's just limiting the experiences that I am choosing to have. You know what I mean? It's not like,
oh, we got a thumbs up. Period.
Yay! It's not limiting it. Limiting what I think is gonna happen. It's not limiting it in a bad way. It's just like, hey, I want these certain type of experiences. Let me set a boundary. So as much as I can control, I have these type of experiences.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. We do it all the time, anyways, by accident. So, boop.
And sometimes I get scared. I'm like, are we talking about God too much on this show? But, like, that's just the duality of just living. It's not even duality. It's so much more. Like, yeah, I can be a reformed whore, a a girl who likes to dress like this, and I can be a child of God. Like, I can be whatever I want to be through God.
And once you have that relationship with God, you're gonna understand that it don't matter what nobody else says. Like, as long as He know all of it. He made it.
We good. That's the
We good. We good.
Hold on, one time for God.
Hi, Dad. See, speaking of our actual Father, we have the Heavenly Father.
I swear someone said, shut up.
No, we got our Heavenly Father and we have our earthly Father, who is just amazing. Okay, let's get into phase 3. Okay, guys, are you guys ready? I hope you guys... Huh?
Phase 3.
Phase 3. Guys, you guys still on the mission, okay? Mm-hmm. If you are, let me hear you say... Ooh, ooh. MJ's annoying for putting that in y'all headphones again, okay, guys?
It's low. I put it low.
Okay, let's get into phase 3.
Ooh, okay.
Before we depart.
Before we're jumping off the fucking helicopter.
Let's go.
Okay, so I did jump the gun a little bit. I apologize. Number 3 is to clearly and directly communicate your boundaries in your close relationships. Because, and we specifically said close relationships because you're not just about to go walking up to strangers and be like, treat me like this. I'm going to be treated like this. It's for the relationships you already have in store.
In place?
In place.
In place, and for new ones that come that come up.
Because new people are going to get close to you as well.
I love that. I just realized we didn't define boundary. I'm going to define it really quickly. Yeah. So a boundary is a limit of a subject or a sphere of activity. A line that marks the limits of an area. A dividing line. So it's basically just like a perimeter. Mm-hmm. It just marks the limits. Exactly. This is where my limit is.
Exactly. Like here's my tolerance for this. Like for fuckery. And if you cross this line, you officially crossed my boundary. Like I can take this much up to here. But if you cross it,
that's the limit.
That's the limit.
This is my limits of who I am as a being. And this is the limit of the experiences that I want to be experiencing.
Exactly.
Okay? Okay, so clearly and directly communicate your boundaries in your close relationships. I think the clearly and the directly is something that we need to talk about a little deeper. Mm-hmm. Clearly just means like, make sure you even understand your boundaries. Make sure you're like clear and not confused about even what your standard is. You know, like get that figured out so that
before you bring it to other people.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like rah rah rah. Let me tell everybody about themselves. Exactly. Okay, I had a revelation, let me go spew it to other people on my boundaries so they can respect me. It's just like, what are we talking about? Where is that from? What is the standard that this boundary is even trying to uphold?
Exactly.
You know,
or
like
what even is the boundary, my nigga? Like niggas just have been saying, no, it's my boundary. You didn't tell me what it was. All of a sudden, I'm the bad guy now. I'm the devil.
Oh, so they painted me out to be the bad guy.
Exactly.
I've been feeling that lately, but I've just been like so okay with it because I'm just like...
Exactly. Because you know who you are. When you know who you are, no one can tell you what you are.
But that's good. When you know the limits of who you are, you know what the limits are and what all the stuff that's in between are. Like, it's just like...
and I really wish I had that when I was younger because I just used to be convinced that I was such a bad person. Just because of the way people would perceive me. And I'm just like, I'm literally the sweetest person ever if you get to know me in my gooey center. My shell is fucking rock hard, but my center, get to know her.
Yeah. I almost said I love that.
I love that for you.
Okay, yeah, and then directly. It's the directly too. Like be direct about it. Like don't just like beat around the bush. Like be direct. Hey, like, and this is something that I've been practicing lately, and I love it.
I love that.
It makes me feel so like empowered. It makes me feel like, I guess because I'm someone who like internalizes a lot of things and who like ruminates over things, and like something might happen and it may take me like so long to think about it and to figure it out and to be like that and to talk to MJ about. But now, like, being direct about things and just going through this process and then just being like, okay, hey, do you have a moment? And kindly. Communicate it kindly, too. Like, you don't gotta...
Literally, that's what we said. We said, be stern, not mean.
Yes. Like, you don't have to be, like I said,
Rah,
I kind of don't like when you kind of don't like...
No. I don't like when you do this.
It makes me feel like this
when you
do this.
Yeah.
Going forward, I want to have experiences that are like da. And I would love to have those experiences with you. I would love to continue our relationship. But we have to continue it under this context, you know?
And I think the main issue that for me is what makes me scared to even approach these situations. It's just because I just be worried about other people's feelings, but you can't be worried about other people's feelings when you're setting your own boundaries. Because the only people who get mad when you try to set your own boundaries are boundary crossers.
And those are the people that were trying to
Literally.
get the fuck away. Okay, it's not get away, but
that's just the energy we're trying to put out there. Like, just like what you said about the Christ thing. Like, that's how it's supposed to work anyway.
That's how a boundary works. Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's how it works. Like, oh, you crossed my line, you can stay over there. I'm gonna stay right here.
Oh my god. And it feels so good. It feels so empowering. Oh my god. I love that.
Also, people, they always come around and they always understand. Like,
well, not always.
But
they usually.
They usually do. Like, if it's people who are close to you and they care about you, I'm saying this is my boundary, my nigga. Why would you want to cross that?
Yeah,
if you love me, exactly.
Care about me. Why would you want to make me feel unsafe or make me feel triggered? Especially if I've communicated it clearly and directly to you. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that we have to understand that for others. I like that you said that. Like, having a fear that your boundary is going to keep people that you really care about away from you. The people that are really meant to be in your life away from you.
And then I also put the definition of feelings too, just because, you know, I'm worried about feelings.
You did, or the Department of HOE did?
We're the Department of HOE, my nigga. Okay, but yeah, so feelings are literally just an emotional state or reaction. That's what feelings are changeable. So I'm always worried about how people are going to react, just because I know the people around me, they're all irrational beings. They can be. So it's just like, I don't want to trigger that out of them, but I also know it's temporary at the end of the day. And I can't just be living my life out of fear because like now I'm not centered and I'm not good because I'm worried about other people's fucking stability.
Oh my god, I love that. But I love the feeling of like it's temporary. And I think that's why I've been feeling so good lately because I'm just like, this is temporary. This discomfort that I'm feeling is temporary. And the peace that I can feel from God is not temporary. That shit is permanent. You know what I mean? So it's just like I can rely on that a lot more
than other people's emotions.
Feelings. Like literally, I was reading a Bible plan or something the other day, and it was just talking about like the fear of man, like living our lives based off of man, over humans that are fickle, that are sinners, that are this and that. Like, I love all of these humans in my life, but fuck y'all.
For real.
Like, everybody is in their own little bubble. We cannot necessarily rely on human beings because they're ever changing. They're ever going through these things.
And that's how you really lose your mind and be out here posting these fucking people quotes on Instagram, because people really don't have nothing for you. Like, they don't. Stop taking it personal. Like, we're all our own fucking book, my nigga. I can't move over. Like, I can't give you a chapter in my book. Like, I'm sorry. And I don't expect you to do that for me. Like, call it what you want. But it's just, it's not happening.
Absolutely. And it's just like, guys, live the life.
Literally, live authentically, be you. If you are a giver and you want to give other people, you know, space in your book, that's fine. I'm just not.
Phew. And let's get into phase 4, which is after you've already set your standards. You know what kind of standards you want to have for yourself. you put those boundaries in place so that your standard is in place. You communicate those boundaries to those around you. Then, this is what happens. Yeah. It always happens. Someone crosses your boundary.
They cross your boundary. And then you have to enforce your boundary firmly. And I think this is a great place to end the episode on our scenarios and how we would go about it, just because it's easier said than done. Like, to actually put the sentence together of what you're going to say when someone crosses your boundary, that's the motherfucking hard part.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have issues with that. Like, what's the script? Like, what do I say? You know? I would say, firstly, make sure we're speaking from the heart.
Exactly. And
being kind. You don't have to be nice. You can be kind, though.
Exactly.
But make sure you're firm.
Okay, who wants to go first? Scenario.
I'll go.
Okay,
so...
I read it.
Okay. Wait. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you meet someone who is... What? Okay, you meet someone who is What? Did I fucking write? This is why you should write it.
I know. Interested in you.
Okay, you meet someone who's interested in you, but you find out they aren't a believer. You already expressed to them that they aren't what you're looking for, but they continue to pursue you. What do you do?
Are they really cute?
Bitch, shut up.
Are they though?
Of course they're cute. We don't do ugly niggas. She do it. No, I'm kidding.
What do I do?
What would you do?
Like, hi. Okay. I'll talk to you. We're here again. In this place. And I know you're probably like, what place?
I'm sorry.
Decision?
Okay, go.
My decision hasn't changed regarding us. My standard is that I want to live a life that follows Christian values, and that involves dating someone who is a believer. And I don't think that has changed from the last time you reached out to me. So my answer stays the same. I wish you the best.
Wow.
Was that good?
Yeah, thank you. I was, as you were talking, I was planning to just flip the fuck out while I...
Should have slapped me, now I'm playing.
No.
You ruined my makeup. I'd be so upset. Just playing my makeup. I think I'm proud of myself for that one.
I'm proud of you. That was a good, short, simple. I should have wrote my answer down because I don't even know what I'm going to say, but let's go.
It's good. That's good. It should come from the heart.
I should have wrote it down.
Okay, so here's your scenario, MJ. Let's see how you enforce your boundary. Okay? After you've already expressed this boundary, whether regarding not having gossip conversations of negative, unproductive, or gossiping nature, you've expressed this boundary with your friend, and they call your line to tell you about the latest drama in their life. What do you say? Girl, let me tell you. You remember Day Day? Day Day.
You know what? You know what? I'm just going to stop you right there. I love you and I appreciate you for wanting to share what's going on in your life with me. But, I've already expressed that I just want our friendship to go a certain way. And I want...
Go away?
No.
Go away?
I want it to go a certain way. I want us to have more positive conversations. Like we're working on so many things. We're just like these amazing people. And I think there's just so much more we could talk about than just like niggas and like just drama. Like, how's your business? How's your life?
Well, actually, I just got a DM for a wholesale order and cut.
Exactly. I started getting wishy-washy in the middle.
What part?
And I was just like, I just gonna kind of, But I feel like that was clear.
No, that was clear. Well, this is after you already clearly communicated the boundary. This is just enforcing it. And I think you stayed kind without like being like
all up their ass.
Yeah, but or even you were just like, I'm just gonna stop you there. You know, like some people might feel like that was like rude, but who's to say that, you know, you being spewed with all that energy isn't rude, you know? But I love that. I love that.
It is rude.
Oh, this was so much fun. I'm super excited to see how you guys practice discernment, and if you guys think that this was a good way to practice discernment. Like, did we break it down clearly and directly enough that you guys can apply this to your lives?
I think we did. I honestly think we did. But let us know. We're going to be posting the brief, yes. The folder, the top secret folder. We're going to be posting it on Instagram. And just let us know if you guys can apply this to your lives.
Yeah, let us know if there's anything else that you think that we missed on this mission, on the Operation Set and Defend. Because, you know, you have to set your standard. But then you also have to defend it, because who's going to be out here defending your borders?
Exactly. Defending those boundaries, man.
And it's not defend to just be like on the defense, but it's just like
somebody got to do it. But it's a war. No, I'm kidding. It's not war.
No, but it's a spiritual warfare.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, bitch.
There's spiritual warfare out there. So if you're not watching minding your P's and Q's and have a team that's with you that's also on the same page, then what are you going to be doing?
Exactly, because the enemy be using the people closest to you.
Girl, don't I motherfucking know it?
Yep.
Don't I know it? Heavenly Father, I ask that you rebuke all of the plans of the enemy for me and for everyone who's under the sound of my voice. Okay, God?
Ooh.
That's how I feel about the enemy. Like, he be really wildin'. Like, especially to like some of the people that I know that don't have as much of a spiritual relationship. Like, I could see that shit, and that shit get me tight. So I just pray instead of trying to fix it. I just pray.
Exactly. I gotta stop calling people the devil, because it's not they're not the devil. They're just more susceptible to those demonic influences
right now. Because best believe we have our moments where we can get a little susceptible. Okay, I think this was really, really fun. This is fun to put together. I do think that, you know, sometimes it's easier to do in simulation than in practice. But I think that's why we created these steps.
And you get to practice. Like, you can literally write your shit down, bro.
That's literally what we did.
Write it down. And, like, this is how I want to live my life.
Oh, my God. Because it's just like, if not, then how are we living our life based off other people's standards and how other people want to, you know? It's just like, no, we got to start taking a lot more control over ourselves.
And accountability, man. Like, we can't keep blaming shit on other people or parents or how we grew up. Like,
or niggas. It's just
especially niggas.
Did you have a standard? How did he get into your life?
Exactly. That's why we go back to discernment. Like, how did this nigga even get past the front gate? Like, I don't understand. Like,
how do you get your number?
Shit, that question right up bad.
You know, so let's kick it back to self. And remember, one thing, the first step that you can do is to set your standard for yourself on how you want to live your life and how you want to treat others and how you want others to treat you.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. This was so much fun.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see you guys on Friday on IG Live. We can talk and catch up, and y'all can let us know how y'all did on the quiz, and you guys can also let us know how you did on the mission.
Exactly. Okay. I think we succeeded the mission.
I think we did succeed the mission. Absolutely.
Yeah. Smashed
it. So here's to getting practical about discernment. You guys can follow your girl on Instagram at Everybody Loves Becky, because everybody loves Becky. And I don't really post that much on there right now, but there's gonna be some cool stuff coming on. Like, I feel like once I get all my energy and stuff right, like, it's gonna flow.
Come back to life.
It's gonna flow. Make sure y'all follow me there. You guys can also follow us on Instagram at the Hoe Pha E S. At the Hoe Pha E S. Hella memes, hella informational infographics.
I'm like informational.
Informational
infographics. That's what we came up with.
Yes. And all that cool stuff.
Also, you guys can follow me on Instagram at MJSmokesMJ. I have a new series. If you guys haven't seen it, on my main page called First Draft Fridays. Your girl is a singer. Duh, I've been saying it for years. But I've been challenging myself to put it out there more. And also follow my skincare page, 1804 Skincare. We are officially open for business. Come get that skinny on our right.
Yes!
It's the dry season.
And make sure you guys also check out our sponsor, Punchline Punch, so you guys can get lit while the sun is turning up.
It's a Punchline Punch summer for sure. It's a Henny and Slushy summer. And it's a Punchline Punch summer as well.
It been a Punchline Punch summer for me.
Punchline Punch,
It's period.
Yeah.
We need a whole year.
Thank you for finding the reference.
You're welcome, babe. Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and we'll see you guys next week.
Oh my God, we're being called away.